Bonjour et bienvenue. Here we are in Unit 12, and now we have an open mixed vowel. We've been looking at closed mixed vowels, but this one is open. Because what? We have an open vowel on our tongue. Eh. Feel that space? And an open vowel on our lips. No. It's an open back vowel. So we have to be specific. An open back vowel. O. If we put those together, o, eh, 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 The root of our tongue is still staying neutral. The back of our neck is still hanging out relaxed. The tip of our tongue is still resting gently at the lower front, bottom, teeth. And when we put those together, we get a beautiful French vowel that is going to come in handy. Remember not to allow any diphthongizations. If you're moving your articulators around, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work for French. Also, you have to slightly apply a little bit of the color that we had before. So we have the with the and then add just a little bit of the Got it? Good. All right, so let's start with our list, which is at the bottom of page 141. I'll say it and you can repeat after me. Remember to keep that soft palate raised as you would to stay in the space in the pharynx. That's always going to be helpful. Okay, here we go. Cœur, fleur, l'heure, seul, jeune, l'heure, bonheur, pleur, douleur, couleur, œil. This is a word that appears all the time. It means eye. Douceur, feuille, sœur. That's sister. You have a sister? I have a sister. Her name's Carla. Pleurer, jeunesse, peur, fear. Meurt, demeure, fleuve, peuple, malheur. So if bonheur is happiness, malheur means misfortune. Heure is actually the word that we have for hour in French, right? Hour as in time. I'm not wearing a watch, but you get the point. So bon, which is good, bonheur means happiness. Mal, which is bad, as you know. Malheur means misfortune. Deuil, fraîcheur, pleurer, feuillage, fleuri, bœuf. That's where we get our term beef from, because bœuf means ox, right? Senteur, orgueil, moqueur, sonneur, meilleur, vapeur, rigueur, rondeur. Now you might ask, Dr. DuPont, why are you acting so strange and putting all that emphasis on the last syllable? Well, French does not have a designated stress in the language, but the motion always moves to the last syllable of the word unless there's a diacritical mark that differentiates it. So usually it moves to the last syllable of the word, and then in the phrase, in your legato phrase, it's going to move to the end of the legato phrase, like a breeze that lands right where the ocean meets the shore. Now, what's next? Let's see. Let's cover these rules for open mixed vowel. So we learned if you had an E and a U at the end of the word as the final phoneme, or if we had an E and a U at the end of the word but before a silent consonant, that we got the closed or if it was before a Z sound with an S that was intervocalic. Now, if we have that EU or that OE ligature U plus a pronounced consonant, it is now going to be open. Pronounced consonant, open mixed vowel. Same written letters, E and U. So this means you have to be aware. Now, you ask, well, how am I supposed to know what are the silent consonants and what are the voiced consonants? And there are tricks and tools. There is a word, since the B's and the L's and the K's and Q's are not so often at the end of the French word, those are pronounced, usually. But those happen rarely. But what happens more often are the letters C, R, F, and L. When those occur at the end of a word, usually they're pronounced. Now, of course, there are exceptions to every rule. So this is more of a rule of thumb, so to speak. So if you remember the onomatopoeic device, careful, C-R-F-L, careful, those consonants are usually going to be pronounced. And you have an example here, R as in fleur or cœur, but remember that ooze ending is going to be closed, so don't be distracted. All right, and then we have the OE ligature together. That's also going to give you the open mixed vowel as in œil and œillet. Now there are a couple of rare spellings, cueillir and querelle. In those words, even though they're rare spellings, they are not rare words in the lyric repertoire. So you should learn those because you will sing them. I have sung them many times, more than I care to mention. And in hiatus, cruel. That means hiatus. What does that mean? Well, those vowels, that's a U and E together, but they're not part of the same syllable. Cruel. So that hiatus is separating them into separate syllabic parts. All right, so let's look at a couple of words. Veut. We learned that in the last chapter. That's not going to be open. They tried to trick you up. Sœur. Œuvre. Following me? Œuf. Cœur. Cœur. Now this is strange. You have two different words. One means heart. One means choir. They're pronounced the same. What do we call that? A homophone. Yes, so the words sound the same. But potentially, it would be easy to tell the difference. If you're a doctor working in the ER and you're working and someone has a heart attack, no one's going to think you mean chorus attack when you say something about their heart. All right. Bœuf. Bœuf. So here we have an example where that F is silent. We have a closed O on the lips and a closed E on the tongue. But when that F is pronounced, as in there's no pronunciation of the final syllable. Wait, no, when it's pronounced, when there is a pronunciation of the final syllable, bœuf. This is probably one of the more challenging aspects of the French language, but when you master this, you are ready to go and get that stamp in your passport. All right, so let's look at Gabriel Fauré's Ici-bas. This is a very popular melody. Ici-bas, tous les lits la meurent. Tous les chants des oiseaux sont courts. Je rêve aux étés qui demeurent toujours. Ici-bas les lèvres effleurent, sans rien laisser de leur velours. Je rêve aux baisers qui demeurent toujours. Ici-bas tous les hommes pleurent, leurs amitiés ou leurs amours. Je rêve au couple qui demeure toujours. Take a listen to the song as well on YouTube. Au revoir.